this sounds kind of predatory, but it just seems easier to influence somebody who comes up from a fucked up family. You know what I mean? Or a family where it's not together. Because when you're trying to get somebody who comes from like if you were gonna date them, you know what I mean? But because like if they come from a fucked up family, they don't have like the expectation to behave like their family would want them to behave. It's like, I don't really have good ties with my mother or father, so I can kind of just do what I want to do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's an easier hurdle than like somebody who's like super connected with the family and like they respect their family's opinions and stuff. And it's just like hard, bro, because like people aren't like cool with that type of change, bro. And that's the other thing too. Like, say for example, you date one of their English friends like next week or like a couple weeks from now, and like her family's not, her family hasn't seen her English friend date somebody who's black before. Like, if they're not cool with that, that's gonna fuck up their relationship between Miranda's friends and her parents. You know what I'm saying? And they might be open. You know what I mean? I don't know. But I'm just saying, like it's tough, man. With the dating thing, because it's more than just dating a girl. It really is. It's not more than that. But the thing is, I'm not saying you're a bad person. I think you're a great person. And I think if they get to know you, they might change their mind.
Yeah. That's generally what it always comes down to, but most of the time, like, I never get a chance for them to get to know me.
Yeah.
I never get the opportunity.
Yeah.
That's how it goes most of the time, and it just really kills me. I'm just like, damn.
And it's funny, bro, because it's not a good-looking thing either. That's what's such a trip about all of this race shit. It's not even like, oh, he's ugly, I don't want to talk to him. It's like more of a societal, like, racial...
How would the world view this?
How would the world view this? It's not even the fact that you're ugly, because I used to think that, like, oh, dude, like, I must be, like, ugly. Or, like, I must be, like, not worthy enough. You know what I mean? And, like, so many girls, man, have shut me down just because, like, it just wouldn't work if I were to date them. Like, it just wouldn't work with their family. It wouldn't work with their friends. It wouldn't work with their family's friends. You know what I mean? And that's what's tough, man, because, like, you may become a part of the family. You may go over there for Thanksgiving. You may live with them, in the future. You may have grandkids and live with them in the future. Like, that's a big deal. That's a really big deal. And the thing is like, it'd just be so much easier to keep that within a common ground than to switch it all up. But like I said, like, and I think this is a way in, like, trying to target somebody who comes from, like, a really fucked up family because they're the only ones making the decision. It's not their friends that are making decisions for them, or their families are making decisions for them.
Yeah.
And you can kind of, like, manipulate them. And I know it sounds predatory, but it's like, you can kind of, like, not really have to do the whole, like, hey, I'm this great-ass guy, and I make this much money, and, like, I'm perfect, you know what I mean? And
I usually connect with people that have, like, some kind of family problem or whatever. Someone is kind of going through a little bit what I'm going through, I usually have a better time with them.
Yeah, exactly.
I usually connect with them better.
Yeah, because there's less expectation.
Yeah.
It is, you know what I mean? Like, if you're living with, like, 7 other, like, Mexican people in a house, and your family's huge, and you're close with everybody, that expectation is high, bro. That's such a high expectation for a girl to, like, for a big family, and coming from a big family like that, because she's trying to please everybody. Everybody. If she's gonna date somebody, you know what I mean? And it's funny, bro, because I don't even really knock girls when they reject me. To be really honest with you, bro, I really don't, Because, you know, I've started to understand it from having a sister, because, like, and, you know, it's like you. Remember when you said, like, oh, dude, my sister's dating a white boy? Like, I'm not even, like, that just rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, like, imagine white people, you know, with their daughter, like, dating a black guy. Like, how, like, crazy that would seem to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, it's funny, bro, because, like, and you know, when you have these discussions, it's not about somebody being ugly or, like, somebody not being worthy enough. It's just, you know, you're dating their friends, you're dating their family, you know, and it's just tough, man, to, like, mesh people like that. Because me personally, though, because my family's so fucked up, I would never want them to associate with a family that's, like, really put together. You know, because, like my family problems might spill over to their family. That's just, like, that's ugly, man. Like, who wants to be around a family that's all fucked up? You know what I mean? So even this Christmas, bro, I went to 3 different Christmases, bro. Yeah. Shit is fucking wild.
Wow.
Yeah, bro. It's like, damn, like that family's fucked up. Like, our family's just everywhere, man. Like we all are cool with each other, but, you know, it's just it's not like, it's not one unit. You know, it's just like units everywhere. You know, the thing is, like, you know, family get-togethers and stuff. And so, for example, I was going to a girlfriend's house where her family's, like, all nice, and then I told them, like, oh, okay, I go to 3 Christmases this year. Like, it sounds crazy. You know what I mean? It sounds fucking nuts. It sounds crazy, yeah? Yeah. And so, you know, you don't have to get discouraged, man, when, you know, chicks, like, don't want to connect with you, or, you know, they don't want to, you know, go all the way with you and date you. Because, you know, you just got to think about it from their perspective, man. You know, it's not you. It really isn't, bro. It's not. Because, Steve, for the longest time, man, I had the hardest, like, idea of accepting, like, oh, dude, like, you know, because I'm black, I can only get this far with chicks. And to a certain extent, it's true. You know what I mean? But it's not, like, because you're not worthy enough or you don't bring anything to the table. It's not even. Because I used to think, like, oh, dude, I'm black. Like, you know, I must not be of value for them to even take me seriously, to date me. And it's like, bro, it's not even like that. It really isn't. It's them pleasing the people around them. That's what's motivating them. It's not even, because if they had their own personal choice, they'd probably be with you solely, hands down. You know, because most of the time, like, black dudes, they just have more swag. You know, they're buffer, they're more athletic, they're usually better in bed. You know, but people can't do that when they have all those people around them that are supporting them. And, you know, that's the other thing. Like, you know, girls get money from their parents. So imagine, like, they start dating somebody that, like, their parents don't approve of, and that money flow stops. Like, what's this dude's name? Imagine if he had a sister his age, and she was getting that money, and she started dating a black guy. When her parents told her never to date a black guy, and they said, oh, you know what? Since you're dating a black guy now, we're not going to give you any more money. That's what your entire life. Just from a dating decision. It's crazy, bro. Like, for real. Like, no, I'm being honest, man. And the thing is, man, like, I don't even knock chicks when they deny me. You know, I really don't. I don't take it personally anymore, because I used to take it super, super personally, bro. I used to think, like, oh, you know, these girls don't like me. Like, I'm shitty. I'm a shitty person. Like, oh, I'm not good looking enough. And, dude, it's not even that at all. really not. You don't have to. You don't have to think like, oh, dude, like, you're not worthy. You are. Trust me, dude. You are, dude. You're a very good looking dude, a nice person. You have a good head on your shoulders. You try to do the right thing. You know what I mean? And if you see a lot of these girls that the guys date, they're always like below average dudes. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, man.
They're always below average. And it's funny, man, especially with Spanish chicks. Like, it's never like what you think it is. You think like, oh, dude, the dude's like 6 feet, like ball, maybe like play soccer.
Yeah. Funny that you said that, man. Like, that's part of the reason why I kind of just tripped out like this last month. Like, me, like, cause I was like very like, I'm gonna get back into the gym, but like, I just kind of I don't know, like some kind of explosion just like went on like my thought pattern. I was hitting the weights, I was getting my body all in shape, and I was just like, half the time, like, it's not even like doing me any good. I'm like, what the hell is the point of all this lifting weights and like, I still can't get like a girl. It's ridiculous. Like that's not even what they care about.
Exactly.
Like you say, they're beginning with these average dudes, who don't have a six-pack.
They're not doing anything. They're not even doing a quarter of what you do. No, I'm serious.
Yeah, I'm really serious. Like, I really tripped out. I'm like, wow. It tripped me out, man. Like, I like to stop going to the gym, man. I was like, I'm done.
You know what's really interesting, though, about a lot of this? One thing I have noticed in this entire process that I think still, there's still opportunity and still there's hope for, getting the top chicks. And I think everybody's game for the top chicks because I think there's less competition at the top. That's one thing I've noticed with this whole dating thing is that it seems like most competition seems to be between like the 4s and like the 7s. But once you get like 8, 9, 10, girl, I don't think there's a race issue when you get into those type of chicks. Because I've noticed with really bomb-ass chicks, they tend to not play a race game. When you get to 8, 9, and 10, of course, like there are some, but when you get to those like model bitches, they always date people that are like different because they're different. When you think about like a model's life, they don't live a normal life. You know what I mean? They associate with different people. They see a lot of different types of people. Their social circle is not like the same like an average chick who goes to Shark Club every month and is with her family every month. It's very like static.
Yeah.
And that's why I think there's still opportunity because like you could probably still end up with a model, because there just would be they're more open-minded. I've noticed that, and they travel more and they tend to be away from their families a lot more. I don't know if you noticed that too. I still think there's opportunity at the top, man. Because I've seen like hot-ass bitches date like black dudes, Arabic dudes, white dudes, Mexican dudes. Like there's not a set like type, like you would see like an average looking date. Sometimes they date older dudes, sometimes they date rich dudes. But it's funny because like you don't necessarily see that with an average chick. Like average chicks, they kind of date people within their kind of circle. Like, oh, if she's white, he's probably white, blonde. Then if she's black, she's average looking. She's probably dating somebody who's black. You know what I mean? Kind of like same economic standard, same school. That's one thing I have noticed, man. And if you do decide to like go to like LA, and like, I still think you can get model bitches easy. You know, and I think they would give you a chance. Than like the girl who just shuts you down quickly. You know, because dude, there's a lot of girls, bro. You know, it's so funny, bro. It's like there's so many bitches, bro, that will shut you down, like just because you're skin color. Like it's not even a, like you know, like I said, like it's not even a looks thing. That's so trippy about it, bro. I've had girls tell me like, you know, you're really good looking, but I'd never go out with you because you're black.
That's like...
Yeah, I've had girls tell me that. Like, you're good looking, but I would never go out with you because you're black. What does that say? It's just skin color. That's all it is. It's not even like it's so crazy. It's so crazy. But the thing is, like, I can't knock them, bro, because they have people that are around them that are supporting their situation. You know, and I can't really blame somebody for that. Like I said, like if just Steve had a sister who was getting $2,000 a month, and her parents told her that they wanted her to date a Middle Eastern guy. She ended up dating a black guy. Oh, like you and a white dude. And her parents said, "You went against my rules. I'm going to stop giving you money." I mean, that affects her life. Just the people around her.
People get to a point, a certain age, man, where they can make their own decisions. You know,
I totally agree.
You gotta respect that. You know, so
totally agree.
How long are you gonna, listen to your parents? You know, like,
totally agree.
You know, I mean, some people gotta make a decision. You know, it's not always what mommy and daddy said. You know? Yeah,
but I do feel like most people are a small extension of their family any which way. Even if they're independent, there's always the idea of like, oh, my family's always there. I gotta consider my family. Because if you have children, if you get married, if you bring other people to family functions with you,
might get disowned.
Yeah,
that'd be tough.
It's true. It's a trip, man. So, I mean, I still think you can get hot chicks, man. And I think you could probably get somebody who's like super hot. Because I just think most people won't be competing in that area, and I just don't think those girls. I think more of those girls give guys a chance that are not like the typical dude. You know what I mean? If you look on Instagram. I follow a lot of like models and shit on Instagram, and you always see their boyfriends, and they're always like, they're just different. They're black, they're Asian, they're just different. It's a really beautiful thing that sometimes it works out like that. You know what I mean? No, seriously, because I'm cool with that. To be honest with you,
yeah,
I'm super cool with that. So, and the other thing is, too, one of the reasons why I wanted to move to Miami, too, is because, when girls are on vacation mode, there isn't I'm looking for the perfect guy to date mode mentality. When you're on vacation, and I've noticed this because, like, I went to Vegas last year with my friend, and so many more girls talk to me. Because they're just in a vacation mode, party mode, have sex, that's it. There isn't like, oh, let me analyze this guy and see whether or not, he'd fit in with my friends. And, or if he would fit in with my friends, or if he would fit in with my family. And I was like, I met 5 girls in 2 days in Vegas. That never happened in Orange County. Ever. Even on my best day. And these are like girls I still talk to.
Wow.
Like, I hit up on Skype and shit.
Wow.
And like these are bad bitches. Like I met one Hispanic chick. She's a model, but she could model, and she's fucking hot. And I just know, because I met her on vacation, that she considered me. But I know if like I met her at Shark, she probably wouldn't consider me. It's like, oh, he's black, and I'm not going to dance to him. I'm not going to dance with him. You know what I mean? And so that's one thing I think can happen to, like, get around the risk of, like, this whole prejudgment bullshit is just to meet them on vacation. But, you know, then again, too, like, if you do hook up with them, or if they do leave, you know, they might not even want to take you seriously. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's still kind of hard, but figure off, dude. But yeah, man, seriously, man, just don't take it personally, man. Seriously, really don't, because it's not it's really not you, dude. You know, 'cause I used to take a lot of this stuff super personally. Oh, I did. When girls would deny me at the club, or, you know, girls would say mean things, and, you know, I wouldn't get results, you know, with girls, and I could be, like, super ass persistent with, you know, me getting girls. You know, I just, you know, I can't blame girls for the way they think about me. I just can't. You know, and dude, you know, like I said,
I take it personally.
I can't. I used to take it personally, but I just, like, I don't know. I kind of understand it. You know, and I don't know if you've heard situations too where, like, and I've had friends tell me this, like, oh, if they find out that their girlfriend or their girl they're interested in has dated a black guy before, they stop talking to her. That's like a big deal. You know? Like that's
You're talking about like white people? They find out a girl, like a white guy?
Any race. If they find out that person has dated a black person and it's a girl, they stop talking to the girl. Like, that runs in people's minds, dog. Like, it's fucking crazy.
It's funny that you said that, man, because it runs. It's the same for blacks, you know? Like,
yeah.
Black girl dates a white guy, like, I mean, that shit runs in their mind, you know? Like,
no, but I don't think black guys wouldn't talk to the girl afterwards. I think they'd still talk to her.
Depends on how serious it is, but yeah.
No, but I mean, I haven't heard a situation where, like, a black guy stopped talking to a girl because she was talking to a white guy.
Yeah.
Like, have you heard of that? I've never heard of that.
You just haven't heard of that.
No, but have you heard of that? A guy leaving a girl because, a black guy leaving a girl because she dated a white dude?
Well, this dude's a black, I mean, he flipped out, man. Like, I pretty much consider him black at times, like, just the way he carries himself. But
wait, so he found out the girl he was seeing was dating white guy?
Had dated. And he flipped out. Like, he was like, he couldn't get out of his mind. Like, he was just like, he flipped out because, like, he found out that she was, like, banging, she, like, fucked a white dude, and she was just like, you know, like I said, you know, how she was kind of, like, giving him a hard time, you know, and he found out that she just, like, gave herself up to some white dude, like, just like that.
That's a different situation.
How's it a different situation?
Because she just, that's not, like, I mean, that's more like, it
was in the past, though.
But that's not like judgment, you know what I'm saying? It's not like, and it's more on her end. It's not like Justine, like, because they had an issue, she went and saw someone else, right?
No. Like, he flipped out because he found out that in her past life, or in the previous, years, she fucked a white boy. You know, it was way in the past.
Really?
But he couldn't let it go. Like, he ended up, like, breaking up.
Do you think that's a common thing with Middle Eastern people?
I don't think Middle East. That has nothing to do with him being Middle Eastern, like, black or whatever. Like, I think some people can't handle that, Like, I'm somebody who can't really handle that either, you know.
Oh, so if you found out your girl fucked a white dude, that would bother you?
It would kind of rub me the wrong way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
Like, say, for example, she was Hispanic, though. Would you still bother you?
Not as much.
So she has to be black.
It would bother me, but not as much. It would be like a black thing that would like bother me. Like I can't lie, like it does bother me a little bit, you know. It's just because like,
yeah, there's like
it's just the way it goes down, you know. It's just like,
because white boys have it super easy. Bro.
Yeah,
they have zero game.
That's what I'm saying. No, like no game. They can't dance. They crack corny jokes. It's very corny. You know, very, very corny. And it just feels like, as a black dude, I mean, not only do you have to have game, not only do you have to have money and like all this bullshit, you know, like just to win them over. You know, you have to go do all this extra shit. It's just like, well, what is this white? Like, it just really upsets because I remember this girl like saying like, this white dude, he's amazing. He's like, when I heard some shit, I'm like, amazing, like. You know, like, you didn't give me a chance. It annoys me because, like, white girls or black girls, whatever, like, those, like, give, like, a white dude a chance, you know, to be corny or whatever, or...
Yeah, and they get no flack for it.
To show them who they are, get no flack, like you said, and a black guy can't even get a chance to show her who he is as a person, you know, like, to crack jokes, to have a good time, to have fun with them. He won't even get the light of day, you know. But I mean, this white dude is he's just white, just a basic dude, and he's amazing. He's fantastic, you know. He knows how to treat a lady. How's that, you know? Like, you would know that too if you gave me the opportunity. You know, you know that's what just really throws me off. Like,
does that really bother you at the inner part of you?
Yeah.
It bothers me too.
It's just the way
it bothers me too.
Well, it's cool that we're on the same agreement. Like,
but you know,
it really upsets me inside, man. Just because the way I grew up, and just because it's just a true fact. Like, I just see it out there. You know, black girls carry themselves a different way around white people. You know, they open up more. You know, they give them opportunity, and they'll fuck them. For the hell of it, like I don't know, like, well, she's cute, or like the reason why they do what they do doesn't, like, it's just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, I agree.
He's just such a nice guy. Like, well, what about me? You know, like I don't know, like it trips me out, man.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, I mean, the thing, the thing is too, like you do see why, you know, they could be saying things like that.
Yeah.
You know, because, like, the majority of black dudes are gentle, man. You know that. The majority.
Yeah.
Majority. And so, you know, when you know, look at a race like that, and the majority is acting like a certain way, it's just very easy to be associated, you know, to that, just because you're there. I mean, it's not even, you know, you might not be like that, but it's just, you know, it's very easy to put them all in a box. You don't have time to, like, ask people, hey, what do you do? What kind of person are you? Can I have a conversation with you? You know, it's a snap judgment, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, you know, one thing too, man, I wanted to tell you too is, like, you know, and this, I think, universally makes somebody have access to, like, just, you know, hot chicks and you know, still date the people they want. Is, you know, like, if I decide tomorrow that you know, I want to hang out with models every day, I'll eventually date models. And I know that sounds like a super simple concept, dude, but, you know, you do date the people you do surround yourself most with. You know, and, you know, if you wake up tomorrow and you're like, yo, dude, I want to be, like, a casting director for, I don't know, like, hip-hop videos, you'll eventually hate DEE, video models. You know what I mean? Just because you're in that scene. It's not because you have better game. It's not because you're black. Not because you're white. Not because you're Hispanic. Not because you have money.
Yeah.
Not because you don't.
Yeah.
It's just you surround yourself by those people all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think, you know, those are the only things to really control, like the people you surround yourself with.
Yeah.
And then, you know, going after girls that are just in less competition, like 8, 9, and 10. You know how you said in the Chris Brown video, like, oh, you know, Chris Brown, you know, he's surrounded by girls that I would only probably see once every month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's more competitive than most people just because he sees those girls. Just seeing them and talking to them.
Yeah.
Because most people can't even talk to them. They don't have access to talk to them. No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that clicks in the head, you know? And even on a small scale level, too, like, when you have somebody who does, like, fashion photography, they do pictures for, like, you know, magazines, you know, clothing lines and stuff. They talk to models, like, every week. I would never, in God's name of the day, be able to talk to models every week. I wouldn't. Because this guy does fashion photography. I'm not saying, like, become a fashion photographer, but you get the point. Like,
yeah.
Certain things you do bring you close to bitches. You know what I mean? I saw this one dude, too, man. He, online, like, he runs a hotel in Spain, and he's like this 40-year-old dude. And he meets bitches from all across the world that come to his hotel every year. It's crazy.
Wow.
It's just rows and rows of bitches from all across the world every single year. He says hi, he goes to parties with them. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. And, you know, I think stuff like that transcends race, bro. Really does. You know, I think, like, when you're trying to, you know, approach somebody and try to close them on sight, I think race does affect things. You know what I mean? You know, I think vacation too is a way that transcends race, because, like, on vacation, you're not in a, like, seek the perfect partner mode. You're in just a casual, let's have fun mode. You know what I mean? And it's less inhibited on vacation. Have you been to Vegas before?
I've been there twice.
Twice?
Yeah.
Did you go out to some of the clubs out there?
Never been to a club after that.
You're a good chance, man.
The last time I heard it, my boy...
It gets fucking crazy. It gets nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you meet bitches just easy. Black, you can be black, Mexican, Asian, and white. It does not matter.
Yeah, I mean, Vegas is city to city. It's pretty crazy. I don't know, man. It's pretty fast. I mean, I don't know. I'll go out there one day. I don't know.
No, I'm like, living out there? No way, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, it's like the most horrible place to live.
My boy lives in Vegas. He's a DJ.
Oh, no way.
And he was saying that, I mean, he was going to the club. He said somebody got gunned down in the line. Just waiting in line, you know. Like,
what club is he going to?
I'm not sure what club he went to. Someone got shot in the line, just waiting.
What is that to a ghetto-ass place?
Yeah. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah, man, just try not to get discouraged, man, because it's very easy to, you know, become negative, bro, you know, with a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
You know, because it's, you know, the whole dating thing, bro, it's a very vicious game, bro. You know, it's like...
Do you think it all depends on, like, where you're raised, too? Like, do you think that's part of it?
Like how you see things?
Yeah, where you're raised?
Yeah, I think it does. Because, I mean, somebody like you who had a situation in high school where, people were racist towards you. And then, you have a situation where you're living with people and you trust them and they disown you and they're black. That's going to really affect how you see things, even if there's a different way to see things. You know what I mean? And I've had similar situations too, man. You know what I mean? But just like on a very subtle way. I had honors classes where teachers would say hey, this is not the right class for you, and they don't even know me. And then I told you about my friend about the food thing. He would always try to feed me and my brother food. I'm like, bro, we have food, bro. What makes you think you need to try to feed us? And then he's like his mom. I always try to feed us food, bro.
Yeah.
And so, I think your brain does affect the way you see things, dude. But, if you could just look at the positive, bro.
Yeah.
And just think oh, dude, these are the things I can change.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, tomorrow, man, if you decide you want to be a casting director for hip-hop videos, you'll eventually date some girls that 90% of people will never date in their entire life. Just because you made that decision. Serious. Really serious about that. And dude, you don't even have to have game. You don't have to have confidence. You don't have to, really do anything. You just show up, do your job, and, you start meeting different people, and eventually land one, because you're just there.
Yeah.
I know how stupid that sounds, but it's true, bro.
Wow.
It's so true. And, dog, if you ever get a chance, man, to look up, fashion designers, fashion shows, or, some of the people fashion designers date, they date the baddest bitches. The top of the top. Just because they're in that space. It's not because they have game. It's not because they're muscular. It's not because they have a good body. It's not because they speak well. It's because they're there. That's it. Yeah. It's not even a pickup thing. I would keep that in mind too, man. Because girls won't be racist towards you when not only you're doing something that they're doing, but you get to see them occasionally, whether it be socially or professionally. That happened with one of my boys. My boy, he's a server at this restaurant in Newport Beach, and there's 3 girls he works with, and he called this one chick who's Arabian, Arabic. And she's fucking hot. She's probably 8. That's pretty good for him, considering she's some normal ass dude. He ended up fucking her. She's bomb. She's really bomb. And the thing is, he's not he went to the bar and picked her up. It's not
I do see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a bonding. If you're in the same environment, in the same culture. Well, not culture, but environment. You guys, are in art class, or you guys are cooking. You guys are constantly in each other's presence.
Yeah.
You're getting to know each other.
Exactly.
You eventually, hook up, or go out, and you guys just know each other. You're very comfortable.
Exactly. And see how in that situation you would have gotten way more time to convey your personality than a 10, 20-second approach at a club, bar, anywhere.
It's crazy because that's what ended up happening, man, with that one black girl that's actually even in Colorado, man. We always, she just never gave me a chance to take her out and get to know her.
Yeah.
But we'd always see each other at school. We talked for maybe maybe most like an hour, you know, or like 30 minutes, maybe 10, 15 minutes. And I was just like, every other day that I'll see her at school. I'll see her at school like maybe twice a week.
Yeah.
But she was in art class with this white dude. And if I were to show you a picture, man, you'd just be like, wow, it's a joke.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's a joke, man. He just can draw art. I mean, he's art. He's pretty good at his art. That's like not all that. But I mean, our class is like 7 hours. Yeah. So he's been in class with her like 7 hours, like every single class. Yeah. So I mean, over time, I guess he's known her. Yeah. You know, they ended up hooking up. You know, and then like his same boyfriend and girlfriend. Yeah. I was just like, wow, like what is this? Yeah. Came out of nowhere, man.
And you hear people date each other too, like when they work together.
Yeah.
That shit happens all the time, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, but you know, the other thing is too, and this goes to say too about like how much the dude is paying. If you were to take that chick, put her in a club, and then put him in the same club, and have him try to game her, he'd get shut down. He'd probably get shut down quicker than you would.
Yeah.
And so, and it's funny because when you think about it like that,
I know dudes ain't no club. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When you think about it like that, you know this whole game. It's not about just that like 10, 20 second. Hey, I think you're cute.
It's not more of a connection.
Yeah, it is. Especially if you want to date somebody.
On a mental level.
Yeah. And especially if you want to date somebody.
Yeah.
Because when you date somebody, it's more than a physical thing.
Yeah.
It's about the type of person they are, like, what type of family they come from. You know, do you guys eat the same food? Do you guys do the same shit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's, you know...
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
So true.
And it's funny, man, because, like...
That's so true.
Because, like, a year and a half ago, when, like, I just started thinking about a lot of this shit, I was like... Because I used to get super depressed, bro, to be honest. I'm going to be real honest with you, bro. Like, I used to hate the fact that I was black. I thought that it was a disadvantage for me being black, and I thought that being black was something that it was just something I was ashamed of. You know, I tried to, like, change it. Like, I tried to use skin lightener, and should have, like, that was bad, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, bro, and, like, I tried to,
tough.
Like, just change my whole persona, dude. I just hated it. You know, and I didn't feel like, I felt like it was a disadvantage. But, you know, when I started to think about, you know, like how when you date somebody, you're dating their friends, you're dating their family, you know, you're dating the girls' friends, you know, it really put things in perspective for me. I think like, I thought about, like, hey, you know, it's, you know, when a girl decides to date me, it's not just her decision. It's her friend's decision. It's her family's decision.
Yeah.
And so I can't really blame someone for denying me when they have to consider their family's opinion towards me.
Yeah.
I can't do that. That's not fair.
Yeah.
Especially if that girl will lose resources if she goes against that $2,000 a month. The home she stays in, the car she drives, the connections her family has.
Yeah.
With the workers, with her church, you know, her school. You know, those are things that, like, imagine dating like a high school cheerleading captain. How much, like, opinions that girl has to take in consideration before she dates you. The cheerleading team, the high school football team, the school, you know, her friend's mom at the PTA meetings.
Yeah.
Like, they all will know about you.
Wow.
You know, when you think, it's funny, man, it's just like, when you think about that, it starts to kind of explain why girls wouldn't go outside that circle of let's just date the safe white boy. It makes sense. You know, and I don't even get mad at girls anymore, bro. I really don't, because I used to get very angry towards girls. I used to think, oh, you know, you're a bitch. You're not giving me a chance. I'm like better than any of the guys you're talking to. I'm more muscular and taller and better looking. I can have a conversation. I'm not like super rich. I come from the best family, but I feel like I can give you 3 times more than what this white dude's giving you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they're just playing it. They can't lose their resources of their family, their friends. And they can't do that. And if they did do something against their family and friends' opinion, they lose them. And that's not worth the risk. That's not worth the risk. It isn't. It's safer to date somebody safe. They're going to date them, possibly marry them in the future, than date somebody who's a risk. It's not worth it. Losing their family, losing their friends, having a negative opinion towards them. It's not worth it. It really isn't. And when you think about that, that's justifiable. It is. It is. And I don't get angry when girls deny me, but I really don't. I really don't anymore, because I used to. I used to get so pissed. Because even when I go down to the bar here during the weekend, I see these Mexican dudes with these bad bitches, and it's like, they're not doing shit. They dress horribly. They're so skinny. They have acne on their face. They don't have a haircut. No, but it's just so funny. Because, like, they don't really speak well. No, but it's funny, man. It's so funny.
Wow.
Because it's like, it's not even, you know, and the other thing is, too, what I stopped doing when I started thinking about a lot of this, I stopped comparing, like, this perfect dude ideal. Okay, you know how with guys, we always think, like, oh, you know, the girl wants this perfect guy. The rich guy, he's rich, he's buff. Six-pack.
You know, perfect hair. You know, perfect teeth, perfect smile.
Perfect smile. And it's not even like, and it's not like that in real life.
Yeah.
It's not. Girls pick somebody who's safe. They pick somebody their family likes. They can get along well with their family. Who can get along with their friends. Who can get along with their future life.
Super crazy, man.
And it's the truth.
Like, I never looked at it that way.
It's the truth. It's the truth. Because when you're dating somebody and you might marry them in the future, it's not about how good they look. Because you're marrying them. You're considering marrying them. You're not just considering banging them during a weekend vacation in Miami or Vegas. That's a different story. Then I think looks matter. The long term, you know, I don't, and that's why it's so funny, man. You know, when you go to the clubs and stuff, that's why you see so many girls that don't go home with dudes. It's not common. Girls don't do that. Especially if they're looking for a relationship. But if they're trying to get banged, yeah, looks matter because it's short term. You know, and it's just, and I don't get mad anymore, man. Because I used to get so angry. I used to come back from bars and shit. I'd be like, dude, this dude is fucking lame and he's beating me. Like, how is this fucking happening to him? Like, this dude's lame. And then you see, like, some Mexican guys, too, at the bar. They're so short. No, but it's just funny. They're so short. No, for real. They're so short, man. And then they're so skinny. They're just so skinny. They make my brother look buff. No, but for real, have you seen them?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And they pull the baddest bitches. No, but it's just crazy.
Yeah.
It's just crazy, man. Like, I mean, I went to the bar last weekend. This dude's shorter than this girl. He's bald. And he's older. He's like 33. He's born, and he has a beer belly. And he's wearing like a shirt you can get from Kmart for like $8.
Wow.
And he's pulling this girl, bro, I swear to God, who looks like she's a model. And when you see shit like that, bro, it just really puts things in perspective where it's not this perfect dude thing that we think it is. Like, oh, dude, I gotta have the perfect body. I gotta have the perfect face. I gotta have the perfect bone structure. Like, no fat on my face. And, like, perfect style. It's not like that with chicks, man. And that's something that's been really hard for me to get over this past year, but I've seen it too many times. You see it all the time. Like, the baddest bitches with the scrawniest dudes. And of course, don't get me wrong, you get situations too where you have like dudes who look like models with chicks that look like models. You know, that does happen, but you know, in our everyday situation,
it's more common for like a basic dude.
One of the baddest bitches.
Yeah, it's more common.
And especially with Hispanics, man. I mean, these dudes are just like, it shocks me sometimes. Like, you have dudes who are like chubby, like really chubby, full of bitches. And when you see shit like that, you must think like, I must be lame, or like, I must look like a fucking retard.
Yeah.
But that's not the case, man. You know, it's these girls, man. They just need somebody that's safe, man. You know, and they have to consider their friends and family's opinions when they date someone. I don't know if you noticed that too. Like, when girls they date someone, they tell everybody. They tell everybody. They're like, oh, I'm dating Trey. Let me send you a picture of Trey. Oh, yeah, oh.
Post it on Facebook.
Put it on Facebook. Okay, can I send you a picture? Can I send my aunt a picture of you too?
In a relationship now.
Yeah. Can I send you a picture, Trey? Can I send my picture to my brother in Michigan too? Their family wants to see you. It's just because like this whole fucking like festival around Trey. You know, and I just, when you think about it like that, well, you cannot knock bitches, knock bitches, man. You just can't, man. You just can't get angry. Please, seriously, man, try not to get angry, man. Because it is frustrating. You know what I mean? Just try not to, and just see the bigger picture, and just be like, yo, dude, you know, this is bigger than me. It's way bigger than me. And it's way bigger than anything I'll see. And the thing is, I think when you come from that point of view, you're not, like, angry. And there's no residing anger. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, I used to get so heated, bro. And I would have so much, like, bitter hate towards, like, chicks, girls in general. Because I felt like they weren't giving me a chance. And, of course, like, I was getting bitches, but I felt like you said, like, dude, these girls are beneath us, man. Like this isn't, like, we should be getting hotter chicks for what we're bringing to the table.
The ones that you wanted to get to know weren't giving you a chance.
They weren't giving me a chance, you know what I mean? And the thing is, you know, like, you know, because anybody can date scrubs. You know, you can just get some, like, little club rat and get them. I'm not suggesting that, but, you know, you can't do that. But what I'm saying, because we're talking about, like, eventually dating somebody who's, like, we take seriously. But, you know, I would just get angry, man, and I would just get so, you know, just so frustrated, man, because, I would just see guys that are just, like, bottom feeders, getting the girls I want. You know, just, like the lamest guy.
Oh.
So lame. They're so lame. The thing is, like, if I see somebody who I think is worthy getting somebody, I'll be like, dude, I salute you. You deserve that.
Yeah.
You deserve it. But, you know, you see some guy who's like shorter than the chick, skinnier than the chick, has clothes like you think you can get from Walmart. I'm not even playing, man. So you go to Proof, man, you just see this crazy shit. And then what's even crazier is that girls deny dudes that are, like, good looking, which is beyond me. You know, you see that in reverse, too. Like, you'll see some girls where you're like, oh, he's good looking. But I would just, like, never date him. And you see that sometimes, too. Like, I've heard girls say, too, like, oh, sometimes I like dating a guy that's, like, average or below average looking because I think I can control him easier. And he'll get less attention from girls than somebody who's good looking, successful. And that mentality is going on. Like, oh, if I pick this guy, will he cheat on me? Will I have to compete with other girls for him? Like, nigga, like, imagine, like, and I know this is a big example, but, like, imagine, like, if you were, like, dating Megan Fox. And Megan Fox is fucking gone, right? But think about how many dudes would be trying to get at her while she's with you. Like, endless. You know what I mean? And when you think about it like that, don't you think it's less stressful to date somebody who's less hot? You could easily manage. You can manage easier.
Yeah, it is.
It is, even if she's not as hot.
It's funny, man, 'cause we actually kind of talked about that, like, before. When I said that, like, I was rather,
you saying that?
Yeah, with the hot girl, you know, I'd rather get a girl that's like an 8, you know, like, because, you know, people that are hotter have more problems.
Yeah.
You know, and like you said, they're more difficult to control.
Yeah.
You know.
That's running through girls' minds, bro. Like, hey, if I date this dude, you know, will he stay with me long term? Usually uglier dudes will, because they'll stick with just that one girl because that's their only girl. Players can walk away any day. And I think that freaks girls out, bro. I think it really does. When they see somebody who's good looking and successful, yeah, they think, yeah, he must, like, be really good with girls, but I don't know if I would want to date him because I don't know if he could be faithful to me.
Yeah.
Because he just has too much attention from girls. And you think that's like a G thing. Like, oh, dude, I'm a shit. Like, all these bitches are on me. Other bitches will get on me, too. But I don't know. Some girls might not even want to date you, even though you think you're the shit. You know? And that's something I've had to learn, bro. Like, and I didn't get that.
But that's not our case. That's something that could become our case.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, a girl could see you, and we don't know this. A girl could see you at Shark tonight, and she could think, you know what? She could be black, Hispanic, whatever. She could be like, she could have a couple things. She could say, he's really good looking. I want to talk to him. I'm not sure if I would ever take him seriously because I don't feel like he would take me seriously. Because he probably talks to a lot of girls. That's legitimate. He dresses really well. Probably gets a lot of attention from girls. I don't know if I want to date him. If I talk to him for a little bit, I don't know if I want to date him. And of course, we'll never know. You know what I mean? But that runs through girls' minds, bro. That runs through chicks' minds. And I don't know if you've even heard, too, like, some girls say, like, oh, he's, like, really successful. He's out of my league. Have you heard that?
Yeah.
Yeah, girls have said that. Like, oh, he's really good looking. I'd probably sleep with him. But I don't think he'd ever take me seriously. I mean, tonight, it's not even you. It's not even you.
It's what they think.
It's what they think. It's what they think. It's crazy.